might continue to treat you badly, might continue with their bad behavior, might continue to be inconsistent in the relationship, might continue not to meet your needs, might continue to live in the relationship that you are not looking for, continue a relationship when you are not on the same page, is because there are no consequences. They are not going to suffer or feel any impact of the actions or decisions that they are making. They are not going to feel any negative impact. So, to them, there is no incentive to change what's going on, and they just continue because there are no boundaries in essence. Nobody is doing anything about the situation. Nobody is going to take action to make them change or to make them go. And this is important for you to reflect on. We might complain about other people, talk about what other people are doing or not doing in a relationship, talk about how other people might be treating you badly or unfairly. But the bottom line is there is a reason they are continuing. They have no need to change anything because nothing is being done, and that's by you. You are not making any changes. You are not taking any action. And you might think, well, I've told them. Boundaries are not just about telling someone what you want. If you keep saying the same thing to someone about what you want or what you don't like in a relationship, that they are not meeting your needs, that they are being abusive, without you taking the action to enforce the boundaries, then the people are not going to change. This person is not going to change anything because they know that you just talk and you stay put. You communicate, yes, but the most important thing when it comes to boundaries is the action you take. What are you going to do about it? You say something to someone that you don't like or that you would like done, and they don't do it. What's the next thing? There has to be levels and stages of that communication, of enforcing your boundaries. You have to do something. You have to take the action so that this person understands that you don't like what they are doing. You are not happy with the situation, or you are not comfortable where you are, or whatever is happening is not aligned with your values. And how are you going to show someone that this is not aligned with your values? You can't keep talking. It doesn't work. You have to get to the next stage. You told them, I don't feel like there's enough communication, or it would be lovely if there's more communication in the relationship. And the next thing is they are not stepping up. Maybe they send you a text after 3 days. It's lovely to hear from you. And that is it. You have taken an action, and then they don't do it again. And now you are thinking, what's the next thing? You meet, you step up, you show up, you are nice to be around, you do your best in the relationship, you're not putting pressure on them, and there is still no change. Then you need to assess your values. What is it that I want in a relationship? What is it that is healthy for me? What is it that I need? I need more, and I'm not getting more. And I've been trying my best. I have shown up with healthy behaviors in the last month or so, and nothing is changing. So what is the next thing for me to do? Then you are in an early relationship and nothing is working, nothing is changing. You have to exit. You have to decide what is best for you before you get too attached, before it's too late. And that is what you do with boundaries. The problem with many people is they think they can just keep saying, I need more texts. You are not communicating with me. Complain on groups, complain to friends, complain to other people. You are not helping yourself. You are not adhering to your values. You know your values. You know what is best for you. You know what healthy communication looks like. You know what you need, and you are not getting it. So why are you staying around? What needs to change? When you stay put and you are asking another person to make changes, that comes from a place of control. You have to practice the dichotomy of control. What is within your control? You can't control someone else. You can't tell someone else what to do. They know the basics in a relationship. They know the communication needed in a relationship. And if they are not doing it, they don't want to. There's no incentive for them to make the change, to give much in the relationship. So they will not do anything. And if you stay put and just talk, they're not going to change anything. But if you exit, you have communicated, you have done your bit, and you have stepped up, you haven't put pressure on them, and they are showing you, then you can't do anything. You have to choose yourself. And then if they then decide that, well, they want to be around, then you need to see the changes before you go back. You need to see them step up. And this might also apply to long-term relationships, because things do happen in long-term relationships. People start to change. Maybe communication starts to dwindle. You also need to look into the root cause. What is causing this problem? Because sometimes it's pressure, sometimes it's behaviors. You have to step back and assess yourself. But still, whatever is happening, healthy people need to communicate. If this person feels like, well, there's something that you are doing, they need to come to you and communicate and say, you know what? I'm not happy about 1, 2, 3 in the relationship. Let's sort this out. But if they are not communicating, you also need to find healthy ways to engage and to communicate. But you can't keep asking for basics in the relationships. This is what I'm trying to say. You can't keep asking for ordinary or civil things or civil values in a relationship, like respect, like being treated like a human being, like being treated with love and kindness. You can't ask someone to treat you like that. If they are abusive, you can't wait around for that person to negotiate with them and say, please don't be abusive towards me. You have to prioritize yourself. But we know that this comes from a place of trauma. We know that you might be struggling because of your upbringing, because of familiarity from early life. So what do you need to do? This is where you need to seek support to heal. You need to start a self-care habit so that you start to commit to yourself, you start to act in best interest, you start to prioritize yourself, and you practice a self-care habit, and you also stay in a community of intentional healers, and you practice random acts of kindness. And when you stay around people who are kind to you, then you are training yourself to be in safe spaces. And the more you stay in safe spaces, the more you practice self-care, the more you practice self-love and commit to yourself, the more value you notice in yourself, the more you understand and accept your own self-worth, and the less you become attached to this person, or the more you detach from this person. But it's gradual, it takes time, and it needs training. Because sometimes, yes, it's easy for us standing on the outside to say, leave. But it's not as easy as that. The important thing is for you to train yourself to live with or without this person gradually, and win yourself off until you are in a position to live. And that's a video for another day. I'm hoping this has been helpful, but with boundaries. Stop talking and start acting. I'll see you soon.